Yo, what's up? What's the question?
There's a lot of candidates, right. Okay. Who will be the NFL's most improved player next season?
So, I have two potentials. The one I feel like is most likely going to get it is going to be Trevor Lawrence. I feel like he's going to improve. He'll probably be healthy. He'll probably have a offensive play caller who's actually going to call plays that are be to his strengths and not force him. Like they'll probably have run plays in his arsenal, so he's not like the main focus and he's not getting hit up. I think that's going to be a big thing. It's going to contribute to his improvement. So I say he's probably the guy to get the most improved. However, this is going to be, I don't know, a lot of people probably say this is a hot take or a lot of people disagree with me because it's who I'm about to say. I think Pat Mahomes is going to have an improved year.
Well, he did have a drop-off last season.
Yeah, he dropped off a whole lot. Considering the numbers that he usually puts up, like this is the first time since his rookie year that he didn't put up 4,000 yards.
That's crazy-ass stat.
Yeah. So I think Pat Mahomes, he's going to improve a lot more. He's probably going to be a lot hungrier after the Eagles ruined their dreams of the three-peat. So I feel like Pat Mahomes is going to have a crazy improved year. I think he's going to go from the 3,900 yards he just threw to 5,000 yards this year.
Oof.
5,000 yards.
You got Mahomes coming out on a mission.
45 touchdowns. 100%.
That is a scary proposition.
I love it.
All right, then. Let us know what y'all think. Hit the bench. Ayo, GQ.
Hey, yo.
Okay, so the Titans, the Browns, the Giants, the Patriots, and Jacksonville all picked in the top 5 last year. Right. So, which one of those teams does it again this year?
I think you'll see Cleveland, Giants, and the Titans remain in the position that they are in.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. It's harsh, but I feel like Cleveland is going to do what Cleveland does. They don't have a quarterback. I don't think Joe Flacco is the guy to get him over the hump. He'll probably give them hope, but he's not going to get them out of the bottom 5. He'll probably be like the 30. He's not. They're not going to get any better because they haven't done enough to be better. The Giants, same boat. I feel like you're still dealing with Joe King. Abdul Carter's not going to do it for you. Russell Wilson's not going to do it for you. He barely could do anything in Pittsburgh when he had a talented group. It's not going to get any better in New York. So I'm going to leave it there. And the Titans, they still haven't done anything. They just brought in Cam Ward. I don't really feel confident in any of the other picks or additions they made this offseason. So I'm still thinking that those teams are going to stay right where they are. They're probably another 2 years away from getting out of the top 10.
Wow, guess you really believe in Travis Hunter, huh?
I believe Travis Hunter. I believe Trevor Lawrence more than I believe in Travis Hunter. I believe, even though I do not like their new coach, it's just something about not him, but it's just I believe Jacksonville has a very, very talented offense and probably a very good defense, a possibly good defense. I feel like the fact that they finished as low as they did was a shocker to me because I believe they were a lot better than what they were last year. So, but again, I also blame a lot on Doug Peterson. I'm not a Doug Peterson fan. I feel like he destroyed, like him making the team more of a pass-heavy team and not adding any dimension to the run is a big problem. And I feel like a lot of coaches need to really start. Like if you're one of those coaches that all you know how to do is pass, you shouldn't be in the NFL.
Well said. Hit the bench. Yeah, so in other Philly news, Big Fangio was talking earlier, and he was talking about the plan was that on nickel plays, Cooper DeJong would be inside at the nickel, and when there wasn't a nickel on the field, he would be out on the boundary at corner or at safety. I said, there's going to be a lot of nickel, so we're going to need three corners. And competing for that third spot, that outside spot, is Adoree Jackson or Kelee Ringo. Now, you spent a lot of time talking about and watching these dudes play. Who do you think gets the spot?
I think, unfortunately, I'm a big Kelee Ringo guy, so I feel like he's probably already the guy. It's his position to lose, essentially. Like, I feel like if anybody comes in and takes that spot, it's because they actually came in and outperformed Kelee. So I feel like right now I'm leaning Kelee Ringo because he's already has some familiarity with the defense. He's familiar with Vic Fangio. But at the same time, Adoree Jackson has experience as a starting corner. Kelee Ringo got passed over by a couple different people when he had the opportunity to start last year, especially when Slay went down. They put in Rodgers or Ricks, and the same happened with Quinion Mitchell when he went down for like 2 plays or a quarter. Kelee Ringo was nowhere to be found. Kelee Ringo didn't step up, so that's where I feel like is it one of those things where Kelee Ringo doesn't feel like he can? Because I feel like right now you're forced to put Kelee Ringo in that spot. You have to. You got to let him lose it. So I think right now you're looking at Kelee Ringo. He's got to lose the position, and I feel like if he does show it up, which personally I think he's going to lose it. He's going to lose it, and you'll see him drop behind Mac McWilliams on a depth chart. He's going to be a centerpiece special teams for the rest of his career. But that's just what I think.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. We got a couple months before it comes to fruition.
Yeah. My fear is that if he doesn't do it this year, he's going to become the second coming of Ronald Darby.
Oh, my God. Yeah. You got anything to say on Ronald Darby? You got about 20 seconds.
He retired. I'm super happy because he was the elite. He was elite hot garbage. 100%. The one guy I hated. I will always be vocal about how much I hated his defensive ability. He got toast. He was burnt toast like Eli Apple. Good riddance. I'm happy he's gone. Retired.
Hit the bench. Ayo, GQ.
Hey, yo.
Going into this next 2025 NFL season, we're at the OTAs, yada, yada, yada. Which quarterback, based on the last season's production, has the most to prove this season?
So based off of last season, I feel like the person that has the most to prove is Justin Fields. And the only reason why I say Justin Fields is because he's like the one quarterback that everybody is shitting on that is in the starting position. Like, they're shitting on him hard. Like, Jameis Winston broke the record for interceptions, and people want to see him starting in New York.
Yeah, we love Jameis Winston, though.
Yeah, well, everybody loves Jameis Winston. He's just 100% that guy you just love to see. Mm-hmm. He just makes you happy to see him. Mm-hmm. But Justin Fields has a good enough team that he could potentially have success with. Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of being able to capitalize. So I feel like he has the most to prove because he has a lot around him. But I'd also throw Caleb Williams in there as well because he failed to do it with all the weapons that they gave him. So I feel like he has to prove a lot out. And then if you want to go by rookies, I'll say Shedeur Sanders is the rookie QB that has the most to prove out of every quarterback in the league because there's just so much hate for that man, and I feel like he has to prove himself.
Yeah, I saw a video where they were talking about Justin Fields' inability to read the field, and if he doesn't figure that out, we're gonna keep making fun of him for being a quarterback that he showed. So he better get it together.
Yeah, I think if he doesn't get it together, I'll no longer be a Justin Fields supporter. If he doesn't do it, I'll 100% stop believing in him.
You might be the last one anyway, besides his mama. Hit the bench, y'all. So, yeah, and in other news, Howie does it again. Howie worked his magic. He got rid of his biggest fuck up in the last few years and Bryce Huff, trading him to the 49ers for a conditional fifth, could be a fourth based on production. I was going to ask you how happy you are, but, just say whatever the hell you please about it. I'm happy enough for everybody.
So I'm happy because he's probably like one of the biggest mistakes, like biggest trade mistake, because like the Jets fucking got the way Howie usually be getting people, the Jets got Howie. It's probably like the biggest Freaky Friday incident. But I think this is a great trade on both sides. Just like put my bias aside. I think it's a great trade for both sides because you're getting rid of one of the biggest misfits for your defense. Like he did not fit into the defense. So you're basically getting rid of it. You're getting rid of that question mark. You're getting rid of some of that money and basically potentially get a fifth pick. It could be more. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
It's just based on production. I assume snaps or number of sacks or what have you.
So it could be more. I don't know. But I feel like San Francisco, they get something out of it because they may have it. This may be a need for them. They may need that extra. And even though I feel like the Eagles do need some help on that pass rush, Bryce Huff wasn't doing it for us. So you had to get rid of him. If somebody's not producing for you, doing any production for you, you let him go. And I feel like that's a major thing because he was basically just holding up a spot that he can give somebody else. So I like the decision. The Eagles got some of that money off their books. I'm 100% okay with it. I like the trade. I love the trade. Even though I'm not one of the biggest 49ers fans, I feel like this will help them and it'll help the Eagles. I'm all for it, 100%. A+ trade, in my opinion. A+.
Yeah, plus Huff gets back with Robert Saleh, who he had his best season with. Hey, maybe it was just a matter of bad fit for the scheme, and he'll get back to what we expected to get out of him last year. Well, we'll see. Good luck in San Francisco, I guess. Everybody else can hit the bench. Yeah, in other news, Saquon Barkley did a backwards hurdle into the Madden cover after getting more yardage than any running back ever all time. He is obviously the most deserving for the award. What do you think? You got all the time you need.
I 100% felt like I didn't really want him to get it, but you know what? I felt like they didn't give him an MVP. He was definitely going to be the Madden cover athlete. And I mean, you know what? I'm happy to have another Eagle on the cover. Why not? I'm just hoping that the curse ain't really a thing anymore. It hasn't been, but who knows? But funny story about the Madden cover. I was watching something and it was revealed that when they announced that they were going to do the reverse hurdle for the Madden cover, the Jacksonville organization reached out to EA Sports and said, absolutely not, do not put our logo on the helmet. They said, do not put our logo on the helmet. So they didn't use actual footage of the whatchamacallit. I actually watched the video where they have Saquon hooked up to the strings and stuff, and they're basically trying to recapture it with somebody with a big blank canvas uniform just running under Saquon as he does it. It was pretty interesting, pretty awesome story. Michael Vick reached out to Saquon about it, gave him support and stuff like that.
As he should.
But it was just a very interesting situation because the Jacksonville's want nothing to do with it. Nothing.
Well, why? We all saw it happen repeatedly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We all saw it.
They're going to show it forever. They're like, no, we don't want our faces on it. But you're literally going to know who it is. That guy's going to be a trivia question 20 years from now. who was the dude who got chumped by the fucking backwards hurdle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
he got butt hurdled.
Yeah, basically. He got embarrassed. Call it whatever you want to. I don't know. He got chumped. He got punked. He got embarrassed. He got disgraced. Call it what you want to. It was one of the prettiest plays I've ever seen, and now it's on the cover of Madden. You got anything else to add to that?
No, I just want to say when I saw that happen, I paused it. It was a live game when I saw it happen. I paused it, rewind it, called my wife into the room to see it for herself. They don't understand. My kids, my wife, they don't understand football. But when they saw that happen, they thought it was the craziest thing that ever happened. That is why that should be cemented and immortalized. That moment should be immortalized. And the player that got hurdled is immortal now for the wrong reasons.
Mm-hmm. Can't say it any better. Bench. All right. So here's the scenario, since we're going to close out on this one. It's WrestleMania, night 2, main event. Bianca, Jade, Naomi. Who wins and how?
Okay. First off, don't mean to disrespect nobody. This ain't gonna be on night 2 main event. No. This is the beginning of the show main event.
Might even be a bathroom break.
It's gonna be a bathroom break for me because I'm gonna fast forward it. You can't fast forward live TV. Gosh. Just like Boulevard just walked away when we started talking about this, exactly my point. But honestly, I feel like the smart thing here to do would have Bianca win. And the reason why I say that is because Naomi winning makes no sense. Jade winning, Jade doesn't mean. I feel like Jade's gonna get hers. Bianca is so big, right? Bianca is like such a character, like she's loved, heel or not. Jade doesn't say much, so she's more of a physical presence. I feel like
as she is.
Naomi losing doesn't impact her good or it doesn't impact her at all. It doesn't impact her because she's not getting a title run. Bianca, title run. Jade, whether she loses or wins, she's still going to get hers. So I feel like Bianca is WWE 100%. Like she's the embodiment of WWE. When you look at Bianca Belair, she's WWE. She's the EST of WWE. Jade Cargill still has that AEW stink on her. So I feel like the best thing to do here, and I feel like maybe this is the inner Triple H in me, like I'm going to 100% like feed my brand.
100% create my brand.
But my thing is, I would keep Bianca Belair the winner because Naomi winning does nothing for Naomi's career because she's not getting a push. Jade winning, losing doesn't hurt her because Jade is still dominant, winning or losing. And if she's going to lose to anybody, let it be to Bianca because there's going to still be so much respect that you have for Jade. It doesn't. Naomi winning that match hurts both Bianca and Jade because Naomi doesn't compare.
Right.
So I go Bianca.
100%. All right. Logical enough for me. Probably not for WWE, though. Anyway, hit the bench, y'all. So, yeah, did you hear that they cut Carlito? How we cut Carlito on R-Truth?
Yeah, I feel like this is a big, as far as R-Truth is concerned, I feel like this is a big no-no, big mistake for WWE because of the impact he has. He brings a different atmosphere to the on-screen promotion, and most likely he probably plays a big role off-screen as well to some of these younger talents. The impact he's had on wrestling, period. I love the guy. He's always great. He's always somebody that when you see come out, he's bringing you some A-plus material every single time. I love him as a performer. I'm super excited that whenever he's there, I'm super excited for his opportunities. I feel like WWE made a mistake. They shouldn't have did it. And I feel like this is probably one of those things where they'll probably fight to bring him back on a different type of deal.
feel like WWE is just getting a little too, well, TKO is getting a little too obsessed with penny pinching, and him and Carlito are just casualties of that. I mean, especially R-Truth. R-Truth's a little older, but he still brought a lot to the table. Much more than necessarily Carlito did. Carlito was just a cap casualty. He really had no real reason to be there. But using R-Truth, that's like losing a major piece of the show.
Yeah.
Like multiple segments. He would entertain. He was always good for the comedy bits. He could put on a good match. He was everything you needed him for. And they're losing that big utility piece, and that's going to come back. It's got to bite them in the ass. So, yeah. Anyway, anything you want to say on Carlito?
Yeah, I want to say that Carlito lasted longer than he should have. Like, I feel like he should have been like one of those segments where he came out, like Stone Cold would come out and then not show up again. Because Carlito was the biggest waste of a roster spot that I've ever seen. It's like having a 53-man roster on a football team and just having an extra guy that's there. And it's like, why?
Like 3 kickers?
Because he didn't compete. He wasn't even in wrestling matches. I don't even know if he has a wrestling attire or a finisher anymore because I've never seen him in a match. I haven't seen him in a match since he's been back. Like, he's just been sitting there. And he's a joke. Mind you, he's a joke. The fact that Raquel Rodriguez just disrespects the hell out of him, he's a legend in the sport. I'll say that. So, and who the fuck is Raquel Rodriguez? So, I feel like him even being there is a big waste of time. I feel like this release should have happened a long time ago. Crazy. WWE is crazy right now.
Hit the bench.